We're getting all set for the kickoff. Now with the opening kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, the play-by-play man, neutral sports director and voice of Notre Dame football, Dan Patrick.
And the boot brought back to the 25-yard line by the Pitt Panthers, where it'll be first down and 10 to go. Criniti was the man who brought it back to Pittsburgh, and they placed it down on the 24-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 to go for Pittsburgh from their own 24-yard line. Havern is the quarterback, and he sends Ozark out wide to the left now, and he's got the flat back off to the right, two setbacks, the play set, and here's a pitch out now, and a fumble, Garnett falls on the ball as the Wild scramble for it, back around the neighborhood of the 10-yard line. Havern pitched out to Dave Garnett from Buffalo, New York, and Garnett fumbled the ball. They finally recovered it back on the 10. There was a 14-yard loss on the play. So it will be second down and 24 yards to go now for the Pitt Panthers from their own 10-yard line. Flat back off to the right, two setbacks. Havern on to give this time to a fullback who gets back to the line of scrimmage, Garnett, and he is hit right at the 10-yard line. Then they're making a stop for Notre Dame, number 77, Mike McCoy. McCoy, and Murray, Kuchenberg, all in there, so he got about a half a yard on the play. Signoli is back in kick formation. He beats it high. The fair catch is called for on the 45-yard line. Going to be placed down on the 45 at Pittsburgh. The fair catch call, a 35-yard kick. Making a fair catch for Notre Dame is Reed right on the 45. So now Notre Dame takes over with great field position. They have first down and 10 to go from the 45-yard line of the University of Pittsburgh. Out of the huddle they come with Theismann at quarterback. Hanratty will not play. Seymour out to the right. O'Brien is stripped to the left. Two setbacks. And the give is to Beachley, the fullback, who gets to the 42-yard line, and Huckowitz, the left tackle, makes the stop for Pittsburgh, along with Wozniak, the middle backer. Ellis, Huckowitz, Whitaker, and their corners are up front with Brown, Wozniak, and Gallen backing up the line. Hall, Gustine, Shoemaker, and Dibley when they're defensively in that secondary for the Pitt Panthers. Out of the huddle now, and wide to the right comes Gladieux, and the give is to Beachley, and flags are down all over the place. As Beachley got to the 38-yard line with it, and the tackle is made right there on the 38, but flags are down. Ellis made the tackle. Backfield in motion. It'll be charged against Notre Dame. Mr. Whistle is back, and the 5-yard walk-off against Notre Dame. They whistle it back to the 43-yard line where this play originated. So just getting underway here at Notre Dame Stadium. Out wide to the right is Gladieux. In motion to the left goes O'Brien, and Theismann is going back to throw. The rush is on. He hits O'Brien at the 42. He's at the 40, the 35, and goes on down to the 33-yard line before he's brought down by Charlie Hall, the defensive halfback. It'll be a first down for Notre Dame. So that's the first down for the Irish here this afternoon. And they're playing on a very chilly, wet field out there. That football is going to be slippery throughout the afternoon, Dan, and I know that they're going to have to watch the pitch-outs. They're going to have to handle that football carefully. Gladieux flanked out to the right now with Seymour. Weingartner's on the left side, and Theismann on the give this time to his halfback down to the 65-yard line, and Jeff Brown makes the tackle there. And Coley O'Brien on a good run off the right guard down to about the 26-yard line. It'll be second down and 3 to go for Notre Dame. We've got 12:25 to go in the first quarter. No score, but Notre Dame down on the 26-yard line of Pitt. He's got the wing I formation now, and he gives it to O'Brien at the 20. He's down to the 19, possibly to the 18. The tackle is made by Charlie Hall from Philadelphia, a sophomore, 6'2", 194-pounder. And the ball is going to be marked on the 19-yard line. There'll be a first down for Notre Dame. That's two first downs for the Irish in this drive. It started on the Pittsburgh 45. Out of the huddle it comes. And they send Seymour and Coley O'Brien out wide to the left. In the I formation, with Theismann calling the signal for Notre Dame to give it to Gladieux. Gladieux through the middle, gets the block, that's a 10. He's down to the 5. He goes wide. He's in the end zone. It's a touchdown for Notre Dame. Bob Gladieux on a brilliant 19-yard run for a touchdown with 11:41 to go in the first quarter. Notre Dame leading by a score of 6-0. They moved 45 yards in 5 plays with a 19-yard touchdown run by Gladieux, who is the leading rusher on this ball club with 462 yards and 105 attempts. Scott Hempel will attempt. Theismann will hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score now is Notre Dame 7. Pittsburgh nothing. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff in just a moment. Dropping back is Lewis. And Kramer also going back with him along with Garnett. So they have 3 deep men. Steve Lambert will kick off for Notre Dame at 7-0. And here's the boot by Lambert. And this one is coming down here. Lewis, and Lewis brings it back to the 15, goes to the 20, comes on up to the 25-yard line, and the tackle is made right up to 25. When they're making the tackle for Notre Dame, number 42 is Kelly. They make a first down and 20, a first down and 10 now from the 25. Havern is in there at the quarterback, 5'9", 159-pound sophomore from McKees Rock, and this fella is 14th in the nation in passing. McCain is spread out to the right. They're in the pro set. Havern, number 17, calling the signals now for Pittsburgh, and he gives it off to Garnett. Garnett cutting it over left guard, gets to about the 28-yard line, and he's tipped up there by McCoy. And the tackle is made secure by Joe Freeberry. They mark the ball on the 28-yard line. Again on the play of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 to go with 11:18 to play here in the first quarter. Notre Dame leading by a score of 7-0. The 2 setbacks, Garnett and Kramer. Havern calling the signals. He's going back to throw. Rolling to the right. Eagler, 2 throws. It's completed out there on the 36-yard line to McCain, the junior from Vanderbilt, Pennsylvania, on the 36-yard line. And Tim Kelly made the tackle. It'll be a first down now for the Pitt Panthers. Let's go down now to the sidelines and Bill Epperson.
And I'm standing here right beside Terry Hanratty, who would love to be out there in the field today. And his knee is very stiff. He's on crutches down here, and he's the object of a great deal of attention at the moment. Back upstairs to you.
And he gives it off to Garnett again. He spins into the line, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's just about it. He runs into McCoy there, the big tackle, number 77. And getting up from the bottom of the pile is Tim Kelly, the sophomore backer from Springfield, and Joe Freeberry again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 to go now for the Panthers. There have been only 1 ball game this year, defeating William and Mary. Signals are being called by Havern, and Havern is rolling to the left, looking for a receiver. Can't find one. He's going to run with the ball, and he comes on up to about the 38-yard line, and that's it. Minnesota 14, Pittsburgh Purdue nothing in the first quarter. Indiana leading Michigan State 10-0. And the University of Michigan leading Illinois 6-0. These are first quarter scores. They mark the ball on the 38. It'll be a gain on the play of 2, 3rd down. 8 yards to go now for Pittsburgh. Minnesota really gives that Purdue a lot of trouble every year, don't they?
Ben, we've got a little later score here. Michigan State in the second quarter now has taken the lead. They lead Indiana 15-10.
Wide to right, McCann. Back goes Havern to throw. Stays in the pocket this time and throws one over the middle, and it is batted down. Freeberry was in there. Orzelak was the intended receiver. Notre Dame had about 3 men in there. Schumacher and Jacques. And 3 men in to cover Orzelak. Freeberry, Schumacher, and Jacques. So they'll bring it back to the 38-yard line where it'll be 4th down and 8 yards to go. 21-0 now, Minnesota over Purdue. Is that a surprise? Sticko goes back in kick formation. Sticko standing back on the 25-yard line. Gladieux and Coley O'Brien. And here's the boot. It's a good one. A high spiral. A fair catch is called for down on the 23-yard line by O'Brien. So it'll be first down and 10 to go now for Notre Dame. 31 yards on the kick. First and 10. 39 yards on the kick. So mark it first and 10 Notre Dame from their own 23-yard line. Gladieux flanked out to the right. Weingartner's on the left side. Seymour's on the right side. The I formation now with Theismann calling the signals. And Theismann is back to throw. He throws a swing pass out here to Seymour. He's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. And he is upended at the 43-yard line. Jim Seymour. And Charlie Hall is the man who made the reception on the tackle of Seymour and gathered him in, but not before he moved it 20 yards to the 43-yard line, and that's the 4th first down.
Well, the pulling guard there, Tom McKinley, got out in front there on that screen. His man on that was Jeff Brown. He hit him, bounced off of him, didn't put him on the ground, and Brown cut the runner inside and brought about the tackle. It could have gone all the way.
First down from the Notre Dame 43. Seymour's out to the left this time. The pitcher's to Ducey, following with blockers. and cutting in there behind the quarterback, Theismann, and he moves the ball to about the 48. And Gallon, who just went back in there to back along with Ramos, makes the tackle for Pittsburgh. Now Jeff Barr, who was not supposed to play in this ball game, is now in there for Pittsburgh at a defensive halfback. The ball is on the 48-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 5 to go for Notre Dame. Going to the right now for Notre Dame. And Theismann on the pitch to Coley O'Brien, and he's following Theismann, who's doing a good job of blocking, and he goes to the 46-yard line. And Jeff Barr, who just went in, made the tackle for the University of Pittsburgh. And it's a first down for Notre Dame, and they will mark the ball on the 46-yard line now of the Panthers. 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. And that's 5 first downs. We've got 7:50 to go here in the first quarter with Notre Dame leading 7-0. The pro set with O'Brien flanked to the left. 2 setbacks, Gladieux and Duchney with the ball. He's hit right at the 45. He got just about a yard on the play. Harkowitz and Whitaker, the 2 tackles in there, and the linebacker, Wozniak, in to make the stop for Pittsburgh, and the defensive back coming up there, Gallon, the linebacker on the right side. They'll mark it on the 45. And make it 2nd down and 9 to go for Notre Dame. And here's Theismann rolling out the right, stop, lip, throws to Seymour, and Seymour's got it at the 20. And he is downed immediately on the 17-yard line by Jeff Barr. It is 1st and 10 for Notre Dame, and the man had him covered, Al, but there's a case where the height made the difference.
Yes, it did, Van. I think he might have had him beat by a step there, Van, and the fella knew it. The defensive back made a dive to try and knock it down, and Seymour just caught his 44th pass of the year.
And Theismann on the give to Gladieux, but there's no hole. He gets right to the 15-yard line, and in to make the tackle there for Pittsburgh was Peretta, along with Whitaker. The 2 tackles. Peretta, number 60, from Burlington, Pennsylvania. He's 6'3", 232 pounds. Duchney and Gladieux, the setback. Seymour flank to the left, and the pitch back to Gladieux. Cut back, gets down to the 11-yard line, and Gallon makes the tackle there on the 11 of Pittsburgh. Notre Dame leading 7-0.
Man, it's interesting to note they double-teamed this big defensive right end. Bill Polkonis on that. There were 2 Notre Dame men on him. This big fellow is 6'6", 205 from Lawsford, Pennsylvania. He's just a sophomore, but he is tremendously strong. The I formation with 2 flankers to the left, and Theismann is going back to throw, rolling to left. He may run with the ball. He's down to the 10. He's inside the 10. He's out of bounds on the 7. And Jeff Barr is the man who ran him out of bounds. And I don't believe I've ever seen a young quarterback who likes to run with the ball more than Theismann. Did you see him give the hit there to Ed Gallon, the right side linebacker? He gave him the hit, took it away from him, and Gallon was right on the ground and had no part of Theismann. This fellow can run. For a sophomore, he really has a lot of nerve.
He's got 4th down coming up now, and just about half a yard to go. So let's see what Theismann calls here. He gives it to Duchney. He dives to the 5, and he's got the 1st down for Notre Dame. Middle of the line, and there to stock him up. Peretta and Whitaker, Polkonis and Ellis up front, and Wozniak and Gallon in behind to bring him down on the 5, but he's got the 1st down. That's 7 first downs for Notre Dame. The winged I formation with Theismann calling the signals. McGinnis to O'Brien. O'Brien is stopped right at the 5, and a flag is down. Polkonis is the man who made the tackle with Peretta, but a flag is thrown down around the neighborhood of the 2-yard line.
Jeff Brown jammed that play, the left side linebacker. He came in there between Bob Ellis and Harkowitz and just jammed it in there, and there was no getting through. With the 3 men standing in there, why, it was just impossible to make the play run, to get it through there.
Illegal procedure against Notre Dame, and so it will be now back on the 10-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and goal to go. Gladieux flanked to the right with Seymour. The I formation, and Theismann rolling to the right. Lip throws, and it is incomplete on the goal line, and 2 men were covering Bob Gladieux. Salter, one of the men there, number 20, Brian Salter, just reaching over his shoulder along with Gallon, and no chance for him to hang on to that football, and so it goes back to the 10, where it'll be 2nd down and 10 to go now for Notre Dame on the 10-yard line of Pittsburgh. Jim Seymour is out to the right now, and outside of him is Bob Gladieux. They're flanked out. It's the pro set formation with the 2 setbacks. And here's Theismann on the bootleg, going to the left. 5, 2, touchdown, Notre Dame. He bootlegged the ball around the left side and carried it in. He was practically to the 2-yard line before Pittsburgh realized he had the ball. So they go 77 yards in 11 plays.
Well, we said Theismann was a little guy who liked to run with it. That's the 20... Well, he had 20 runs going into this ball game for 138 yards and 1 touchdown. That's his second touchdown of the year running, and he had almost a 7-yard average for every time he's run with it.
Hempel will attempt. Theismann will hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score now is Notre Dame 14, Pittsburgh nothing.
2 touchdowns on the board. The Irish lead 14-0. And here's Van Patrick with the kickoff.
Right, Alan Lambert will kick off. 3 men are deep for Pittsburgh again. And the middle man is Lewis. And he takes it back to the 20, goes to the 25, and comes on up to the 27-yard line. Is brought down by Kuchenberg as he reaches the 27. So it'll be first down and 10 to go now for the Pitt Panthers. Let's go down to the sideline, see what's happening there with Bill. Well, he's moving now, I see, over on the far end of the bench and is out of contact with us at the moment. Sit out to the left now is Harry Orzelak to sit in. The pro set, the flanker to the right, and here's the quarterback, Havern, going back to throw. He's looking, he's rushed, he throws over the middle. It's completed at the 33-yard line, and on to the 35 goes Gary Kramer, who is the fullback for the Panthers. Navy 7, Georgia Tech nothing, first quarter. Miami 7, Penn State nothing, second quarter. Minnesota 21, Purdue nothing, first quarter. Second quarter, Michigan State 15, Indiana 10. There's another game being played around the nation. The ball is on the 35-yard line. Where it will be second down, about 2.5 to go for the Panthers, who break out of it. Orzelak is spit out to the left. Now the pro set with a flanker out to the right. Havern calling the signals, rolling out to the left, looking for a receiver, throws one to Orzelak, and it's over his head into the Notre Dame bench. Schumacher in there, along with Jock covered, and so the ball will go back again to the 35-yard line of Pittsburgh. Notre Dame leading 14-0 with 4 minutes and 5 seconds of playing time remaining here in the first quarter at South Bend. And split out to right is Orzelak, and here is Havern on the draw play, and it's a fumble. Cornett fumbled the ball, but he did not lose possession of it. McCoy hit him there, along with Freeberry, the linebacker, and they'll mark the ball on the 33-yard line, but Cornett recovered his own fumble. That's twice now that he has fumbled and recovered. And Gladieux is going back with Coley O'Brien, the other safety for Notre Dame. The snap back to Sticko, gets his kick away, and it's a good one. Sparrow coming back. The fair catch is called for on the 35-yard line by Bob Gladieux. It'll be first down and 10 to go from there. 32 yards on the kick. First and 10, Notre Dame from their own 35. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. Van Patrick along with Al Wester, Bill Etherton, and Paul Pentecost. From Notre Dame Stadium, Gladieux flank to the right. Weingarten set a few yards to the left, and Theismann is back to throw. Gets the section, fires, and Seymour's got it at the 50. He's at the 45, he's at the 40, he's out of bounds. And Dibley is the man who knocked him out of bounds. They really stepped out on the 41-yard line of Pittsburgh. So Seymour is having himself quite a day.
Well, I think that's his 45th catch, and of course Jim Seymour is aiming at one thing. There's only one pass record in Notre Dame in the Notre Dame books he doesn't hold, and that's 60 pass catches in one season. So Jim now is aiming at catching 60 before the season wraps up.
9 first downs. O'Brien to the left, the draw play to Gladieux at the 40, runs into the official, and he's hit at the 36-yard line. The crowd begins to boo. Whitaker made the stop along with Ellis, and the official aided and abetted on the play.
Well, I'll say one thing about Bobby Gladieux. He was playing the official off as though he were a blocker. Had his hand on his back, and he was giving him a little shove to get him out of the way, or maybe to use him to break loose.
Well, on the 36-yard line, a gain on the play of 5. It'll be second down and 5 to go. Theismann calling the signals. The flag is down. The give is to O'Brien at the 30, 25. He's down to the 21, but there is a flag on the play. Charlie Hall is the man who made the tackle. And the penalty against Notre Dame, illegal procedure. Seymour out to the wide to the right, and here's Theismann on the give to O'Brien at the 35, the 30, the 25. He's down to the 23-yard line, and Jeff Brown made the tackle.
What a great block that made that extra 10 yards possible. That was little Bobby Gladieux, the 185-pounder that does everything. He runs with the ball. He's the leading scorer with 11 touchdowns. He catches the passes. He just made a key block down there, Ben, on Charlie Hall, right along the sidelines that added 10 yards onto that play.
First and 10 on the 23 now of Pittsburgh. He came right back to the same play. 18 yards gained on the play. And here's the give now to Gladieux. He's in the open at the 15 and is on down to the 13, and Jeff Barr made the tackle. Along with Gidley, the defensive halfback on the right side from Newcastle, Pennsylvania, so the ball will be spotted on the 15-yard line. 9 yards gained on the play. It'll be second down, about a half a yard to go. Minute 48 seconds to play. First quarter, Notre Dame leading Pittsburgh 14-0. And he lines them up now in the I formation, the wing guy with Gladieux in the slot to the right. And here is Theismann rolling out the right. He's looking for a receiver. He throws in the end zone and over the head of Gladieux, and he had him wide open.
I had a feeling that the primary receiver there was going to be Coley O'Brien. O'Brien went in the middle, and he got blocked down at the 9-yard line, and that only left one man possible to throw to, and that was Gladieux. And Theismann overshot him, overthrew him at that point.
Notre Dame has gained 101 yards rushing so far in this ball game. And here's they give to Duchney. He dives down to the 10. He's got a first down on the 10-yard line of Pittsburgh. Notre Dame leading 14-0, and they have the ball right back again on Pittsburgh's 10-yard line. Minute 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. So Notre Dame has the ball. First down and 10 to go. Goal to go on the 10-yard line of Pittsburgh. Seymour's flank to the right. Coley O'Brien goes to the left, and Theismann is keeping the ball, putting it on the right side. He's at the 5, and he dives down to about the 3. Charlie Hall made the tackle there. And Joe Theismann, who loves to run with that football. Let's see where they're going to mark it there. They rule his knee hit the ground on the 4, so it'll be second down and goal to go from the 4. We've got a minute to play here in the first quarter with Notre Dame leading Pittsburgh 14-0. On the 4-yard line, and now out of the huddle. A yard over the ball. McKinley and Tucker the guards. Riley and Coons the tackles. Weingardner and Seymour the end. And the give us to Duchney, and flags are down as he hit down to the 2-yard line, and about 3 officials threw the flag on that one. All right, Bill Harkowitz, as I mentioned, is a 19-year-old sophomore and from Pittsburgh. Here's a penalty against Notre Dame, illegal procedure. That's about 3 times today that they've been charged with that, and Theismann really now is getting his biggest baptism of game activity since he's been at Notre Dame. Seymour flanks 3 yards out to the right. And here's Theismann again. He's ducking into the 5. He slips into the run. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. 9 yards on that carry by Joe Theismann, and he's quite a broken field runner, as he exhibited right there. And so Notre Dame moves 65 yards in 8 plays. They now lead by a score of 20-0 over the University of Pittsburgh. 36 seconds of playing time remaining in the first quarter, and holding the ball now will be Theismann, and Scott Hempel will attempt to make it 21. The kick is up, the kick is good. So the score is Notre Dame 21, Pittsburgh nothing. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff in just a moment. So we've had him here off and on since about 8 o'clock last night. Since you retired at 8:30, you didn't see the snow last night. There's the boot coming down. It's taken in there by number 30 again, J.D. Lewis, who fumbles the ball, picks it up at the 5, runs back to about the 7, and he's knocked down by Notre Dame at the 7. Knocked down right there, and then on the tackle was Kuchenberg along with Tom Nash. And so it'll be first down and 10 to go now for Pittsburgh from the 8. J.D. Lewis from Raleigh, North Carolina, the sophomore, receiving the kickoff, fumbled the ball, picked it up, and he didn't have any chance to get it back in. He got it back only to the 8. McCain, Joe McCain, is split to the right. 2 setbacks. Havern is going back to pass. In the end zone he looks, still looking. And he throws, and it is incomplete, and it is almost intercepted by Reeves, number 11 of Notre Dame. So he is through for the day and for the season. And he was a fine football player for Pittsburgh and was doing a good job today. The snow flurries now are picking up here at South Bend. Sometimes you can get a foot or 2 of snow flurries around here. Havern, the quarterback now, calling the signals. He's got a second down and 10 situation from his own 8-yard line. And back he goes to throw. He gets some protection. He throws over the middle. It's over the head of Orzelak, the intended receiver, who was covered out there by Schumacher. So that'll make it third down and 10 now for Pitt, and the ball still on their 8-yard line. Notre Dame leading by a score of 21-0. And we have only about 14 seconds of playing time remaining here in the first quarter of this ball game. Havern, the quarterback, with a pro set. He has 2 setbacks. And now he's going back to throw again. He goes back into the end zone, looks, Fly sides the run. He's tackled. Safety. He is tackled in the end zone. Number 72 there of Notre Dame, Ed May, and Chitlock were both in there on him and brought him down in the end zone, so it's a safety. So Notre Dame leading now by a score of 23-0, and we'll be back to the Notre Dame kick-off. The free kick here by Pittsburgh and Jackson. Duchney and Gladieux, the setback, 40 yards, snaps it back to Theismann, who runs off left tackle, cuts back at the 45, and goes under the 42 before he's brought down. And Jeff Barr, 190-pound defensive halfback, made the stop. And we should have the end of the quarter, although they have not indicated. And now they do. That's the end of the first quarter with a score. Notre Dame 23, Pittsburgh nothing. Havern with the ball now, and he pitches off to Duchney, who's down to the 35, and he's got a first down. In the first quarter, and these are sort of awesome statistics, as compiled by Paul Pentecost, Notre Dame had 126 yards rushing. They had 87 yards passing, and in the first quarter alone, they rolled up 215 yards. The first down on the Pittsburgh 35-yard line, Seymour to the left, and Theismann on the give again to Duchney, and Duchney gets just about a yard to the 34, and Bob Ellis. Ellis from Altoona, Pennsylvania, junior, 215 pounds, making the tackle there for the Panthers on the 34. So a gain on the play of 1. It will be second down and 9 to go. Bob Ellis, number 86, making the tackle. It's the I formation now. O'Brien is at the top of the I, and the give is to O'Brien. He's at the 30. He's down to the 27-yard line before he is pulled down. And making the tackle was Bob Ellis again. Aiding and abetting was Tom Peretta, who is the defensive tackle of Pittsburgh, and the ball is marked on the 27-yard line. And that means about 2 yards to go with the third down coming up. Notre Dame with the ball on the Pittsburgh 27. Out of the huddle they come. Now they're strong to the left side for Notre Dame, and the give is to Duchney. Duchney to the 25. He's down to the 23, and he has a first down. Weingartner doing a good job of blocking. Rocco is the man who made the tackle there for the Pittsburgh Panthers, along with Tony Stewart.
Senior fullback Ron Duchney from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He had a lot of the folks from his hometown on hand for the Navy game last week in Philadelphia.
First down on the 23 of Pittsburgh. Theismann giving the ball to O'Brien. O'Brien was tripped up at about the 20, but he got the 18, possibly the 17. And Gallen is the man who tripped him up. There, you have something? All right, wide to the right is Seymour. O'Brien goes to the left. 2 setbacks. Theismann gives it now to Gladieux. Gladieux is at the 15. And Gallen makes the tackle on the 15-yard line, along with Tony Truitt, who's from Erie, Pennsylvania, 6'1", a 223-pounder, running that defensive tackle. So the ball is on the 15-yard line. It'll be third down and about 2 to go. In the I formation now, the winged I formation. And here's the give to Gladieux, spinning into the line. He gets to the 13 and runs into Ed Whitaker, the defensive tackle. Harkowitz, who was playing the other tackle, went out of there with a broken ankle in the first quarter, and they will call time here and get the chain out for a measurement. First down for Notre Dame. They have the ball on the 13-yard line, and the give now is to O'Brien, who is tripped up right at the 13. Here's some scores here. Kansas nothing, Oklahoma nothing in the first quarter, and Iowa is leading Northwestern 14-7. And would you believe this? Minnesota 27, Purdue nothing. Now that's almost unbelievable. O'Brien has carried 7 times today, and he has gained 50 yards. And here's Gladieux down to the 5 and to the 4. He was filling tacklers along with him. In there to make a stop, Gene Waeko. And along with Peretta, and they brought him down. The ball is just over the 5-yard line, where it'll be third down and about 1.5 yards to go. Seymour is coming out wide to the left, and O'Brien is outside him as the wide flanker. 2 Pittsburgh men dropping off to cover these 2. And Theismann gives it off to Gladieux, and he's down to about the 2-yard line, and Charlie Hall makes the tackle. It'll be a first down. It'll be first down and goal to go, and the ball is just outside. Well, now they place it exactly sitting the 2-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the first half, and Notre Dame leading 23-0. And here's the give to O'Brien. He is at the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Coley O'Brien makes it 29-0. As he tucked over right guard, and we got some good blocking in there from McKinley and Coons on the right side and moved it in, and so now we'll have the try for points. With 9:39 to go and 49 yards and 12 plays covered by Notre Dame. Now we'll have the try for point, and Scott Hempel will attempt. It's spotted, it's kicked, it's up, and it's good. And the score now is Notre Dame 30, Pittsburgh nothing. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff. 9:39 to go in the first half. Here's the boot by Lambert. And going back for it now is Kramer. He's back to the 20. Goes through the 21, 15, back to the 26. And he's brought down on the 26-yard line. Making the tackle was Tim Kelly, number 42, a sophomore from Springfield, Ohio, a linebacker. That'll be first down and 10 to go now for Pittsburgh, and they have the ball on their own 26-yard line. Kansas and Oklahoma are 0-0. Minnesota leading Purdue 27-0. Wide to right now is Orzelot. And McCain is split out wide to left. The two flankers in the pro set with the two setbacks in the give now is to the fullback, trying the middle, Kramer. Kramer comes up to about the 29. He got on the play 3 yards, and Mike McCoy, a 270-pound junior from Erie, Pennsylvania, made the tackle. Right on the 29, so make it second down and 7 to go now for the University of Pittsburgh. They have Ellis and Alois at the guards. Connecticut is in there at right tackle. And here's the quarterback, Havern, back to throw. He throws one that is incomplete, intended for Joe McCain over on the left sideline in front of the Pittsburgh bench, but incomplete. He threw a little bit too low for him. Now remember, this young man is only a sophomore. He is the 14th leading passer in the United States. And I want to tell you something. When you've won only one ball game and can be the leading passer, 14th leading passer in this country, filled with good passers, you've accomplished something. Havern calls the signal, goes back to throw. He lifts. He throws a swing pass in the left flat, and it's completed out there to Ferris, and Ferris batting his way forward to about the 33-yard line. That's Dennis Ferris, number 22. Mike McCoy made the tackle. Ferris just went in there. Tim Kelly was also in on the tackle. Ferris is 6'2", 195-pounder in his hometown in Pittsburgh. And the ball is on the 34-yard line, where it'll be fourth down coming up and 2 yards to go. Notre Dame leading 30-0. Let's see what Pittsburgh does here. Sticko's in there to do the kicking. S-T-I-C-K-O. Sticko. Back in kick formation. O'Brien and Gladieux deep for Notre Dame. And here's the boot, and it's a beauty. Look at this. All the way down here to the 5, and it finally rolls into the end zone. A tremendous kick of 66 yards.
You really got that one off. Sticko can kick the football. Coach Dave Hart had said on Thursday that he considered that he had one of the best kickers in college football, and this fellow just showed us that he can put his foot into it. He got a long one off there, an abuse.
Theismann calling the signals now. He's got Gladieux and Buechner as the setbacks. O'Brien to the left, Seymour to the right, and Theismann is back to throw. He cocks his arm once. Now he's going to have to run with the ball if he can find somebody open. He's looking. He throws, and it is incomplete. Incomplete on the 35-yard line. Buechner is the closest man to it, incomplete. I've got a wire here from Joe DeFranco out in Newport Beach. He says it's 85 degrees in Newport Beach. Here it's about 32. Wonder how it is in beautiful downtown Burbank. Ball on the 20. O'Brien is flanked out to the left. Seymour split out to right a few yards. Theismann calling the signals. He's going back to throw. Rushes on. He gets out of it. I don't know how, but he did. He's a magician. O'Brien is downfield. He can't hang on the 47-yard line. Interference is called on Dibley, the defensive back of Pittsburgh. The interference is called on the 47-yard line, and Theismann was a magician to get out of that.
Well, Dibley locked onto him before the ball ever got to him. Now, there was the case of Dibley tackling his man before the ball had ever reached him. It was not a matter of joining him and loosening the football, and the interference is being called.
He's got two flankers again. The top of the eye there is Gladieux, and he gives it, fakes it to Buechner, passes to Gladieux at the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. He's all the way down to the 28-yard line before he's brought down. He faked the ball beautifully. Charlie Hall finally made the tackle. He faked the Duchesne going into the line, then took the little safety valve pass out in the right flat, and they set up a screen over there on that right side for Gladieux. He tight-roped down the sideline, moved it down to the 27-yard line. First down, 19 yards on the play, 1st and 10 Notre Dame.
Then the key block there was the block by Tom McKinley, the right guard. He pulled out there and made a beautiful block on the defensive halfback.
Theismann on the give now to Gladieux, who's to the 25, to the 24, and the tackle is made by Whitaker on the 24. Gain on the play down to the 24-yard line. Wozniak also in on the tackle. Well, if you like an igloo, Bill, that's what we're sitting in here. There's an I formation with two men flanked out to the right. Duchesne goes in motion to the right, and Theismann pitches to O'Brien. And that's a block from Duchesne. He's in the 15. He's in the 10. He is knocked out of bounds, down around the neighborhood of the 9-yard line. Knocking him out of bounds there, Tony Stewart, along with Charlie Hall. And so they'll mark the ball. Let's call it the 10-yard line and mark it there. Make a first down and goal to go for Notre Dame. And the score is Notre Dame 30 and Pittsburgh nothing with 6.5 minutes of playing time remaining in the first half. We're still getting those snow flurries here at South Bend. Seymour to the left, and outside him is Coley O'Brien. The I formation with Gladieux and Duchesne in the I. In motion, Duchesne to the left this time, and Theismann running the keeper, rolling out here, looking, can't throw, pull down on the 15. And a fine defensive play was Bob Ellis, the defensive end who dropped 5 on the play. Theismann dropping 5, so it'll be marked on the 15. It'll be second down and goal to go. I noticed those cheerleaders we saw last night from Pittsburgh, Al, that we saw at the Holiday Inn. Here's Theismann going back to throw. He looks, he throws, it is caught for a touchdown by Coley O'Brien. 15 yards on the play. Theismann hitting Coley O'Brien. Notre Dame leads 36-0. 5:29 to go in the first half. Notre Dame has a touchdown scoring 80 yards in 7 plays, 15 yards on the touchdown pass. And so now Scott Hempel is in to attempt Coley O'Brien grabbing the touchdown pass. Theismann holds. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score is Notre Dame 36, Pittsburgh nothing. Steve Lambert will kick off. J.D. Lewis, Kramer, and Garnett are the boot men for Pittsburgh, and here's the boot by Lambert. Good end over end kick. J.D. Lewis is waiting for it, takes it on the 11, comes back to the 15, goes to the 20. He's going to be hit now back on the 15. He went out to the 20, and then he swung wide again, trying to find some running room. And he was hit and hit hard there by Chicklock, and also in on the tackle was John Gasser, number 46 from Logan, Ohio. And so it'll be first down and 10 to go now for the Panthers. They have the ball on their own 15-yard line, and the snow is getting a little heavier now. And now Havern cannot hear the signal. Seabury's in there, the linebacker spot. Bob Olson in the middle of the line, the co-captain. And Havern calling the signals again. The Notre Dame reading section making a lot of noise. And here's the give now to Ferris running wide. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30, fumbles the ball, and Notre Dame recovers. Here's the best running play of the day for Pittsburgh, and the ball was knocked right out of his hands. Let's get the Notre Dame man on top of it. Number 24 there, Notre Dame, Larry Schumacher. So the Irish take over now on the 31-yard line on Schumacher's recovery. And there's the best running play of the day for Pittsburgh. Wide to the left now is Coley O'Brien along with Seymour, and Theismann is rolling out to the left. He's looking downfield. He throws to O'Brien. Touchdown! Notre Dame! Like that, Theismann can really rifle that ball. He led O'Brien perfectly, and because of the flight of the ball, the defensive man had no chance whatsoever to cover.
Well, with the diamond defense playing there, they have a rover back up behind the 3 linebackers, 2 halfbacks, and then the safety man. And here's the extra point.
Kick is up, it's no good. It's off to the left, so the score is Notre Dame 43, Pittsburgh nothing. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff in just a moment. Deep for Pittsburgh. That fumble out there nullified a fine running play by Ferris. Here's the kick, and this one is going to go out of bounds, so he'll have to do it all over again. This time he'll have to kick it from back on the 35-yard line. Crowd around here is used to it. They've got the heavy blankets. Here's the boot. High end over him kick. J.D. Lewis waiting for it. Takes it on the 17. He's back to the 20. Goes to the 25. And he's to the 29, to the 30. And he's knocked down on the 30. Olsen hit him first. Started him down. And then Kelly and Kuchenberg made the tackle secure on the 30-yard line. And so it'll be first down and 10 to go now for Pitt. That's a 13-yard return. Theismann, as Al had mentioned a moment ago, going into this ball game today, had only passed 11 times and completed 5. Here's Havern on a handoff to his fullback, and there was a fumble again. Kramer dropped the ball, but then managed to recover his own fumble on the 30-yard line. Then there is Kuchenberg in on top of him, so it'll be second down and 10 to go for Pittsburgh now from the 30. Notre Dame leading by a score of 43-0. 4:42. Ferris is going out. Cornett is coming in. And Esposito. And I want to tell you, this Pittsburgh team is having a little trouble getting moving here. Here's the give off to Garnett. He's going around the left side. He's pulled down on the 27-yard line by the defensive halfback over there. Actually, he's the right outside linebacker, Schumacher. He's a junior. He's from East Orange, New Jersey. And they'll mark the ball on the 27, a 3-yard deficit on the play. Orzelak out wide to the left. Out wide to the right now is Joe McCain. Orzelak is listed as a split end, but he's always flanked. Pass is completed to McCain over the middle, and he's tackled at the 29-yard line. He was hit first by Olsen, and that brought him down, actually, Olsen's tackle. On the 29, so it'll be fourth down for Pittsburgh, and now Gladieux and Coley O'Brien are going in there as the double safety men.
Ready behind the quarterback Theismann, and I'll say a little more about that right now, because here's the punch. Sticko's back in kick formation and beats the ball. Good style coming down to the 32. The fair catch is called for by Gladieux at the 32-yard line of Notre Dame. So the Irish with first and 10 from their own 32 after the 39-yard kick. Well, here's a case where the officials call a timeout and then don't take it. So they run a play, and Ziegler on the play moves the ball to about the 38-yard line from the 32. 6-yard gain on the play. Allen is coming out of there. He was in there for a play, Dennis Allen. They've got a new quarterback in now. Belden is in at quarterback for Notre Dame. Belden calling the signals now for Notre Dame. Landolfi is in there, and he takes the pitch, follows his blockers to the 45, and spins him up to the 47, and gets the first down. Bob Belden running the ball club now. He's a senior quarterback from Canton, Ohio, and they'll mark this ball on the 47-yard line where it'll be a first down, and Landolfi comes out. Landolfi over to the sidelines and coming out of there. Tom Eaton is in, and he's flanked out wide to the right. Criniti is in that backfield, and here is the give to him at the 50, the 45, the 40. He's down to the 38-yard line. Frank Criniti, a senior from Charleston, West Virginia, and here's Bill Everton. Down on the sideline, fan, I want to call your attention to the fact that Jimmy Allen is out in that backfield at the present time for the first time in about a month. Remember his pulled hamstring early in the year? He's headed to Notre Dame fine halfback. Back to you. Eaton is flanked out wide to the right. Number 80, Poston, is in there at the tight end. Belden on the pitch this time. And Landolfi back in there on the carry. Gets to about the 38-yard line with it and is brought down. Bob Ellis made the tackle. As a matter of fact, he lost the yard on that play. Navy is leading Georgia Tech 21-0. That's another surprise. There is a real surprise. Back on the 39, it's second down coming up. Here's Belden on the keeper. He's at the 35, at the 30. He's down to the 25-yard line with it before he's brought down. On the keeper play, and Salter, the defensive halfback, finally hauled into the turf, down on the 25. It'll be a first down. They're going to mark it on the 26. About 15 yards gained on the play. Bannock was also in there contributing on the tackle. First and 10 Notre Dame. The ball on the 26-yard line of Pittsburgh. Criniti is flanked out to the right. Sit out there with him is Tom Eaton. The I formation. In motion now. Goes Dennis Allen off to the right. And here's the keeper again. And Belden is brought down as he reaches the 22 or 3. Notre Dame now so far, and listen to this,
They have 222 yards rushing, 152 passing. They have 374 yards so far. There's a timeout called by Notre Dame with a score. Notre Dame 43, Pittsburgh nothing. Out wide to the left goes Costin. And here's Belden going back to throw. He looks and throws, and it's caught at the 5-yard line. It is caught by Tom Eaton. And Eaton is brought down on the 3-yard line. He caught it on the 5. He was knocked down on the 3. And Notre Dame calls timeout again to stop the clock with about 48 seconds of playing time remaining. Here's some more scores. Syracuse 24, William and Mary nothing in the third quarter. Third quarter, Penn State 12, Miami 7. There's the I formation now with Belden calling the signals. In motion out to the left. He sends it back. The pitch back now to his halfback, who's down to about the 1-yard line. Let's check him. And Eddie Giggler it is. He's down to the 1-yard line and pulled down on the 1. Down on inside the 1-yard line. So Notre Dame breaks out of the huddle. Landolfi is the top of that wing I formation. And again it's to Landolfi, and it's a touchdown for Notre Dame. Landolfi cuts it over. And the Irish lead 49-0 over Pittsburgh as the second unit moves it in for a touchdown. We've got about 20 seconds of playing time remaining. They moved 68 yards in 9 plays. 68 and 9. As Landolfi got it over. He's a hard running back. And now Hempel will attempt the extra point. Belden will hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. So it is now. Wait a minute. He says no. It's off to the right a little bit. Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh nothing. That's the score here in the first half with about 20 seconds of playing time remaining. Here's the boot now by Lambert. And it is coming down to Cornett. He's back to the 15, goes to the 20, and on to about the 28-yard line. The tackle is made right there. Time running out. We've got about 14 seconds to go. It'll be first down and 10 to go for Pittsburgh, and they have the ball on their own 28-yard line. A 16-yard return. 49-0 Notre Dame leading, and Hempel has missed 2 PATs today. Signals are being called by Havern, the quarterback. Runs to 14th nation, and he tries the middle, gets it to about the 30. The clock continues to go on the quarterback sneak, and he's just running off the clock. So I don't think we'll get another play underway here.
Olsen in the call on the tackle.
There's the end of the first half with a score. Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh nothing. Allen and Criniti going back in the deep spot. There's the whistle. Sticko moves forward, and here's the boot. Good end over end kick. Coming all the way down to the 3. It's taken by Allen to the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He fumbles the ball, and it is covered by Pittsburgh, I believe. We'll have to wait and see. On about the 33-yard line, it looks like Pittsburgh has the football. In there, number 29 for the Pittsburgh Panthers. On top of that football was Ramos. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Notre Dame football from 1540 radio, KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa.
Well, the Panthers have their first break of the day. They have a fumble recovery on the Notre Dame 34. Havern the quarterback. Strong to the left. And he gets it off this time to his halfback, trying the left side, and he gets down to about the 26-yard line. That was Kramer. They move it now to the 25 with gain of 9 on the play, so it'll be second down and about 1 to go. Second and 1. Gary Kramer, there's the fullback. McCain and Garnett, Havern completing the backfield for Pittsburgh. Here's Havern rolling to the left, looking. He throws to Orzelak, and he's got it. He's got the ball on about the 11-yard line, and he goes out of bounds immediately. A step drop chased him out over there. That's 3 first downs for Pittsburgh today. And so the Panthers now trying to take advantage of that fumble. Have the ball on the 11-yard line of Notre Dame, and they have it first down and 10 to go.
Well, the fellow they threw against there, Chuck Clark, is a very dangerous one. Chuck has 5 interceptions for Notre Dame.
There's a lack of flank to the left. McCain is to the right. And here's Havern rolling to the right. He throws in the end zone. It is caught. It is caught for a touchdown by McCain. Jaffer was the man back there to cover, but McCain grabbed it for the TD, and the Panthers were on the scoreboard. They moved 34 yards in 3 plays, and they lead Notre Dame now cut to 49-6. Panthers didn't waste any time taking advantage of that fumble recovery. So now we'll have the try for points for the Panthers. Sticko will attempt. Ball is spotted, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the score now is Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh 7. We'll be back. The middle dropping back to about the 5-yard line, also on the 5, Dennis Allen. Here's the whistle, and Sticko moves forward. Here's the boost. Good high end over M6, coming down to Dennis Allen at the 5. Goes back to 10, 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. He's out of bounds on the 44-yard line, and Jeff Barr knocked him out of bounds.
What a great run back. He followed the point all the way up. He had the hole. The Irish blocked beautifully for him. He had the hole all the way up to the 25 and came right out of the point, came to the near sideline, and goes all the way to the 45-yard line of Pittsburgh, where the Irish will have a 1st and 10. Great run back there, Paul.
Well, that'll add a few more yards for Paul on the statistics today, too. He's been busy with all of it. The quarterback is Belden, and the pitchback to Ziegler, and check that. That's right, Ziegler, number 32, in the backfield now, and he moves to the 40 and is tackled on the 39-yard line. Third gain on the play of about 6 by Ed Ziegler, 6'1", 213-pound junior from Newport, Kentucky. Ramos making the tackle there for Pittsburgh. Here's a T formation now with one flanker, and the pitch back to Criniti following his blockers. He's at the 35, he's at the 33, and dropped on the 33-yard line by Jeff Brown. It will be a 1st down for Notre Dame. 1st down, and the ball marked on the 34-yard line of Pittsburgh. Maybe 35. Georgia Tech nothing. Here's the give now to Ziegler again. He cracks to the 30-yard line, getting 4. And Brown made the tackle. Jeff Brown, the linebacker, along with the middle backer, Wozniak of Pittsburgh, right on the 30. 4 yards. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. 49-7. Notre Dame leading Pittsburgh here in the 3rd quarter. 11.5 minutes to play in combination. Landolfi is set back, along with Ziegler. Criniti in the slot. The pitch back now to Landolfi. Fumbled the ball. Pittsburgh has got it on the 30. Landolfi fumbled, and the ball was covered by Jeff Brown. You know, a strange thing about that, nobody even touched him. He just, ball slipped right out of his hand.
That ball just squirted out of his hands, but it's worth mentioning again to our audience that it is snowing here. Very light flakes are coming down, and quite apparent, and that pigskin is wet out there.
The first unit defensively back in there for Notre Dame, and Havern on to give this time to his fullback, who fumbles the ball, but a whistle is blown. Kramer fumbled the ball, but the whistle is blown. And the crowd begins to boo here, figuring they had a fast whistle. Kuchenberg in there to make the tackle, so the ball is marked on the 32. It will be a 2-yard gain on the play for Pittsburgh. McCain is flanked to the left. Wozniak is flanked out to the right. Having the quarterback with a 2 setback. He's rolling out to the left looking, and he throws. And this one's to McCain, and he's got it on the 46-yard line, and it's thrown out of bounds immediately by Chuck Landolfi, and also number 24 over there, Schumacher. And they chased him out of bounds, and they'll mark it on about the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Pittsburgh, and that's their 4th first down of the day. Mark it on the 46-yard line. Uberg and Olsen backing up that line there. Olsen right in the middle. Wozniak is split out wide to the right. Havern is rolling to the right, looking for a receiver. He reverses his field, goes back to the left, throws, and it's incomplete. Intended over there for McCain, and incomplete. It threw it right into the Pittsburgh bench, way over his head. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 to go from the Pittsburgh 46. Notre Dame leading 49-7, 3rd quarter, 9:47 to play. Georgia Tech will be here next Saturday. You think the Rambling Wreck might have been looking past the Navy today?
Well, they just may have.
Wozniak is flanked out wide to the right. McCain is split to the left. Havern is going back to pass again. He lifts, he throws, it's incomplete. His foot slipped as he threw that ball, and that got his aim off. So it goes an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down coming up in 10 from the 46-yard line. Notre Dame leading Pittsburgh 49-7. Panthers out of the huddle. Magyar over the ball. Lois and Ellis in the guards. Sadowski in there. at that left tackle spot by Mickey in there at the other tackle. Here is Havern back to throw. He's being rushed. He throws. It's got it in the air, and it is almost intercepted by McCoy. Let's go to Bill Edgerton.
Yeah, here now I've wondered about the condition of the playing field as the snow continues to fall and the ball becomes slippery. I was talking to Notre Dame halfbacks Bob Gladieux and Coley O'Brien a few moments ago. They say the field between the hash marks on the inside is not bad at all. Only toward the outside is it fairly slippery. Back to you.
All right, Bill. Now it is a 4th and 10 situation. Sticko's in there to do the kicking, and he gets his kick away. And look at this kick. This fella can really move that ball. It hits on the 10, it rolls down inside the 5, and Pittsburgh stops it finally down on about the 1. That was a kick of 53 yards.
53 yards, and he had good pass coverage all the way. Dan, I've just been checking something. Here in the second quarter, Coley O'Brien scored 3 touchdowns for the Fighting Irish in a matter of 4 minutes and 32 seconds. And I just wonder if those 3 touchdowns in 4.5 minutes might not be an Irish record.
Well, we'd have to get the books out here and have a look, and I would imagine it would be mighty close to one. Belden is the quarterback. He's got Ziegler in there with him, and he gives it off to Ziegler, and Ziegler rushes it off right guard to about the 3-yard line. There, the left side of that line in there. Parecka, Ellis, Brown to make the tackle for Pittsburgh, and they'll place the ball on the 3. It'll be a gain of 2. Dennis Allen is flanked out wide to the left. Tom Eaton is also split out there to the left. And Belden is going to run with the ball, and he falls forward to about the 6, cutting in. Foot slip, fell on the 6. Charlie Hall, and then to make sure he didn't go anywhere else, the sophomore cornerback. They placed it on the 6 to make a 3rd down and 5 to go for Notre Dame. And they started this particular drive from the 1. The I formation with 2 flankers to the right. And the quarterback Belden on the sneak was hit right at the 5. He didn't go anywhere with it. And for the first time today, Notre Dame is forced into a tip situation.
That's the first punt coming up. I see that John Ray and Ara down there on the sidelines have been talking momentarily there. He was a little irritated over that play. Back in front formation now. Here's the kick.
There's the bid by D'Arietta. The ball is hitting on the 35, rolling to the 40. Salter is letting it roll, and it goes to about the 41, so it'll be taken over there by Pittsburgh. And it'll be first down and 10 to go for the Panthers, and that was a kick of 36 yards by D'Arietta. First and 10 to go for the Panthers of Pittsburgh, coached by Dave Hart with the ball. On the play. First out of bounds by Kuchenberg and John Gasser, the defensive back. And they're going to bring it in now and place it down on the 38. And there's a timeout on the field with a score, Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh 7. All ready to go now with the ball on the 39. Kramer was shaken up and taken out of the ball game. So we got Esposito in there now at the fullback. And here's Havern back to throw. He throws it to McCain, and he's got it at the 30. Goes out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down for Pittsburgh. Here's the final score. Indiana 24, Michigan State 22. 24-22.
Well, we've got a weekend of upsets apparently here. Incidentally, Ben, you just noted that pass by the young sophomore quarterback. Dave Havern here of Pittsburgh. He throws trajectory and beautiful.
All right, ready to go now with the pro set formation. Havern handing off this time to his fullback, and he is brought down to 36. Esposito, he spells his name Esposito. Now, of course, if that's Espanol, it's Esposito.
Bob Kuchenberg just made a great tackle there, Dan. And this fella is a great defensive end for Notre Dame. He has 31 tackles so far this season. 6 times, and that is the 7th time, he has thrown opposition ball runners for losses.
And here's Havern back to throw. He throws towards the leg, and he's got it. And he caught it out of bounds, down on the 15-yard line. He made the reception, got away from John Gasser there, but he caught it out of bounds. Actually, Gasser, in defending on the play, forced Orszag out of bounds, where he made the catch of the ball, the reception. So it goes back to the 30-yard line, although they lost 36-yard line, rather, where they lost the 6 yards a moment ago, and it'll make it 3rd down and 16 yards to go. McCain is flanked to the right. Havern is going back to throw again. Still going back. He throws one. It is incomplete. Intended out there for Dennis Ferris, his halfback from Pittsburgh. Chuck Landolfi was over to cover. And it goes as an incomplete pass and brings up a 4th down now and 16 yards to go for Pittsburgh. I would imagine trailing 49-7 and in Notre Dame territory, they'll go for this. Here's the pro set again with the two flankers, and Havern going back to throw. Throws a jump pass. It's completely tight in Medic. And Medic is down to the 20-yard line. Before he's brought down, he might have enough for the 1st down. Chuck Landolfi was the man who made the tackle on him. Down on the 20-yard line, along with John Gasser. And let's see what they're going to do.
For 16 yards.
And they're going to mark that ball around the 20. And Notre Dame will take over. He liked about a half a yard, even less than that, of getting a 1st down. All right, ready to go. 1st down on the 20-yard line. The give now is Criniti. Criniti cuts in at the 25, and it's dropped. Hit right there. Doing about 5 yards on the play. Brought down to 25. Bannock was in there on the tackle for the University of Pittsburgh. The ball is on the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 5 to go. 3 minutes, 2 seconds of playing time remaining. And now Tom Eaton is flanked out wide to left. Belden is the quarterback. Strong side to left this time. And the give, there's a mix-up in the backfield. Dennis Allen has the ball. He bumped right into Belden, the quarterback. So a little mix-up in the backfield. The ball on the 25. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go now. Notre Dame out in front 49-7. Dennis Allen running with the ball. Minnesota 27. Purdue 13. So the Boilermakers are tightening it up a little bit. Signals are being called now by Belden again. He's got 2 flankers. He gives them a draw there to his fullback, Ziegler. He's to the 33-yard line with it. And he'll have a 1st down for Notre Dame. 1st down Notre Dame with the ball on the 33-yard line of Notre Dame. Ball midway between the sideline stripes. Clock continues to run. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ramos making the tackle for Pittsburgh. Now they break out of the huddle again. Glance out to the left is Tom Eaton. That's the 24th 1st down for Notre Dame today. And here is the give to Allen. He is at the 40. He's at the 45. He's to the 58-yard line before he's brought down. And there's Charlie Hall on the tackle. So they remove the ball in on about the 47 where they really went out. So make it 1st down and 10 to go now for Notre Dame from their own 47-yard line. Dennis Allen on the carry that time. And just one man brought him down. Otherwise, he'd have been on his way. Tom Eaton out to the right in the I formation. The give is to Ziegler. It's Criniti it is. Criniti is at the 50. He's at the 48. And brought down on the 48-yard line by the University of Pittsburgh. In there making the tackle, number 60, and that is Tom Peretta. 6'3", 232 pounds. Held the huddle that time with Eaton flanked out wide to the left is the only flanker. 2 setbacks set off to the left. And the give now is to Dennis Allen again. He's going to be dropped for a loss back on the 49-yard line. Harkowitz made the tackle. And that's it. That's it. He's brought down right on the 50, which will bring up a 4th down now for Notre Dame. So the Pittsburgh defense is stiffening here on the second unit of Notre Dame. And time is running out here in the 3rd quarter. And there is the gun at the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh 7. It's 4th down and 7 for Notre Dame. Here's the kick. And it is fumbled. There's a wild scramble for it, and Notre Dame has dropped the ball down on the 13-yard line. Crowder fumbled that ball, and it was covered there by Holtzapfel of Notre Dame. So it'll be 1st down and 10 to go now for the Irish down on the 13-yard line. Calder was the man who was back there. 36 yards on the kick. Here are the 3-quarter statistics for Notre Dame. 271 yards rushing, 172 yards passing, overall 443 yards.
Well, they're on the way to keeping up with the average of 517 yards a ball game.
All right, and the ball on the 11. Well, I know his family, Bill, listening back in Pittsburgh, will be happy to hear the news that he's all right. Wide to the right now comes Tom Eaton. Landolfi, Criniti, and Ziegler in the backfield now with Belden, and Belden bootlegging the ball, and he's going to be dropped on the 12. He lost the yard. So that play was diagnosed in there by the defensive unit of Pittsburgh, and Whitaker and Ford making the tackle along with Gallen, and they'll mark it on the 12-yard line. So that'll make it third down and 8 yards to go. Landolfi is coming out of the backfield. In motion now goes Ziegler to the left. And Belden on the pitch out there to Dennis Allen. He's caught from behind as he gets to the 13, losing another yard. Whitaker made the tackle for Pittsburgh. Along with O'Connor, the defensive end, and got him the linebacker on the right side. He lost another yard. It'll be 4th and 9. Well, with Notre Dame leading 49-7 and the ball on the 13-yard line, Eric Orsigan will not go for any field goal attempt here. The I formation with Belden calling the signals. He gives on the draw there to Allen, and Allen is down to the 10 to the 8-yard line and is pulled down by Whitaker. So Pittsburgh will take over on their own 8-yard line.
Well, I think we should mention again for many of our listeners who may have joined us after the halftime that quarterback Terry Hamlin, who's a great senior quarterback from Butler, Pennsylvania, has not played in this ball game today, has not played because of a badly injured knee, a bruised knee.
Havern going back. Cocks his arm, throws the home run ball. It's deep to Orgelat, and Orgelat can't hang on the 47-yard line. Incomplete.
What a magnificent pass, man.
Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Notre Dame football from 1540 radio, KXEL, Waterloo.
Don Patrick along with Al Western, Bill Everton from South Bend. It'll now be 2nd down and 10 to go for the University of Pittsburgh. 11:50 to play. Havern going back to throw again. He cocks his arm, throws it to McCain, and McCain catches it out of bounds. Havern is now 9 of 21, as that one is ruled incomplete. Good for 74 yards. 9 of 21. As Al mentioned a moment ago, he throws the ball very well. And so now it will be 3rd down and 10 to go for Pittsburgh. Orgelat is flanked out wide to left. Back goes Havern to throw. Throws, sideline pattern, incomplete. That stops the clock again. McCain was the intended receiver. And it's 4th down and 10 coming up now for Pittsburgh from their own 8-yard line.
We haven't lost too many football fans here. I'll still say again, it surprises me, on a very, very cold afternoon here at South Bend.
Sticko is back in kick formation. Standing back in the end zone. And he gets his kick away. Taken on about the 39-yard line and fumbled, and it has been recovered by the University of Pittsburgh. Ball was fumbled out there by Notre Dame.
Joe McCain got that one, Dan, I believe.
So the ball on the 39-yard line now of Pittsburgh, and they have it 1st and 10. Notre Dame fumbling the kick. McCain is flanked out wide to the left. This throw set. The Posito's in that backfield, and he takes the handoff and is dumped right on the 39. Bob Olson hit him first, and so there's no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. It's Posito failing the game. Garnett goes out. Ferris comes in to replace him at the right halfback position for the University of Pittsburgh. Dave Havern, sophomore from the Keys Rock, Pennsylvania. He throws, and it is batted away. The defensive halfback in there, Steve Rock, batted away. Incomplete pass. So bring it back again. Orgelat was the intended receiver and put the ball down on the 39. 10 minutes, 9 seconds of playing time remaining. Notre Dame leading by a score of 49-7. In the pro set with the 2 setbacks. Havern calling the signals. He's got a 3rd and 10 situation. He's going back to throw. He's doing right. He throws it over the head of the intended receiver. Esposito. Well, that'll bring up a 4th down now for Pittsburgh. Notre Dame was good for them that play.
And Havern, I think, really had him all over him. I believe that ball might have been hit, man.
And Sticko is going back there. Sticko in the kick formation, standing back on about the 27. Gets his kick away, and he booms it deep. The ball rolls, still rolling, going to 20, going down to the 10, still rolling. Pittsburgh gets the goal down to 5. So there's a timeout on the field with a score. Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh 7. Here's the give to Ziegler. Ziegler running off right tackle, comes to the 15-yard line with that ball. He took the handoff from Dalton on the 5 and ran it up to the 15. He may have a first down here for Notre Dame. And then they take the chain out for the measure. Notre Dame leading 49-7 with 8:54 to go in the ball game. Now they indicate the first down. That kick a moment ago by Sticko was 56 yards, so he's had quite an effort. And Dalton on the good now to Criniti. Criniti's to the 20. He got about 5 on the play. He's brought down on the 20-yard line, just over the 20. In there making the tackle for the University of Pittsburgh is Ed Gallen, a senior from Buffalo, New York. Wide to the right now is Eaton. Bolden calling the signals, and Bolden on a give now to Ziegler. Ziegler's at the 25. Ziegler's at the 29. Drops on the 29-yard line. Notre Dame with another first down. They have the ball on the 29-yard line now, the Fighting Irish. They meet Georgia Tech next week. Ed Whitaker's the man who made the tackle, number 79, from Mineral Ridge, Ohio. The first out in the slot there is Criniti. And the pitch back is to Landolfi. Landolfi's at the 35, the 40, the 45. He's at the 50. He's brought down on the 50-yard line by Mike Cannon. Cannon brought him down on the 49-yard line. It's another first down.
Well, this big fella from Elwood City, Chuck Landolfi, is also the heavyweight boxing champion here at Notre Dame, and he's the kind of fellow you don't want to argue too much with. He has almost a 6-yard average per carry for 28 runs going into this ball game.
321 yards rushing for Notre Dame today. There's Bolden now on the keeper. And he gets across the 50 to about the 47, and Charlie Hall made the tackle. Montrello was also in there on the tackle. Checking in now to Pittsburgh, number 19 is Gustine. There's a familiar name in sports. Young Frank Gustine, whose father was quite an infielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the National League. And here's Belden again, pitching it off to his halfback Landolfi, and Landolfi's at the 43 and brought down on the 43-yard line by Charlie Hall. There's a Pittsburgh man shaken up on the play, although they have not whistled a timeout. Now they do. There's a timeout on the field with a score, Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh 7. T-formation with one flanker, and Criniti with the ball, and Criniti is to the 41 with it, and brought down there. We've got 6:25 to go in this ball game at South Bend. Very cold. Almost made the tackle, and it's a first down for Notre Dame on the 40-yard line of the University of Pittsburgh. It's the T-formation with a balanced line, and it's a 5-2 defense employed by Pittsburgh. Criniti with the ball, and he's got 5 down to the 35-yard line. Tony Stewart in there, along with Gallen, the Wozniak, making the tackle. And Montello, number 31, also in on the tackle. They marked the ball on the 36, so give him 4. Make it second down and 6 to go now for Notre Dame. Eaton is flanked out wide to the right. Dropping off to cover him is Charlie Hall. Now Hall is switching. And here's Belden on the keeper. He's at the 30, fights his way on down to the 27, and the tackle is made there by Ramos. On the 27, it'll be another first down for Notre Dame. How many is that for? 69, first down for Notre Dame. Dennis Allen is coming into the backfield. Landolfi is coming out. Also, Tom Eaton is checking out. And here's Belden on the give now to Allen. Allen is dropped on the 23.
Mick Furlong is in there for the Irish now. Mick Furlong is in at the split in now for the Irish, so we're seeing a lot of the bench emptied here as proceeding sends them in.
Calling the signals now is the quarterback Belden gives Criniti again. Criniti is down to about the 17-yard line with it. And the tackle is made there by Montello, who tripped him up. 5 yards. They're going to bring the screen in for measures, so there's a timeout on the field with the score. Notre Dame 49, Pittsburgh 7. But the quarterback bailed him. They're getting it down to the 7-yard line. And Ramos makes the tackle there for Pittsburgh on the 7. Notre Dame, and that is really unusual. And of course, it's obvious what Air Parsegan is trying to do. With a score of 49-7, he's been using his second unit throughout here and has not thrown the ball one time. There's the wing eye formation to give Criniti. Criniti dives down to the 2. He got a hole over there, and Mancello and Ramos making the tackle for Pittsburgh on the 2. And it's first down and goal to go for Notre Dame. With 2 minutes and 58 seconds of playing time remaining. The ball is on the 2-yard line. Here's the give now to Criniti. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Criniti carried that ball in there. In the third quarter, Army 44, Boston College 25. In the third quarter, Criniti has just scored now at 55-7 in favor of Notre Dame. There's a try for point now. Scott Hempel will attempt. Belden will hold. Ball is started. The kick is up. The kick is good. And there's a timeout on the field. With a score, Notre Dame 56, Pittsburgh 7. We'll be back with the Notre Dame kickoff in just a moment. Here's the booth. Scott Hempel was kicking off that time, and it's taken by Positov to 20 to 25, and he's to the 29-yard line with it brought down there. Going to be first down and 10 to go from the 29. Coming in now is Zanuski. There's a flag down. There's a flag down, and the penalty will be walked off against Notre Dame, a personal foul against Notre Dame. And you might check me on this. This is the first 15-yard penalty I've seen today. And Orgelat split out to the left. Signals are being called by the young quarterback, Havern. And Havern is going back to throw. He throws one. It is incomplete and right into the hands of his intended receiver over there, Minute. And he just didn't hang on. The ball was right in his hand. So it'll go back to the 45. It'll be second down and 10 with the ball on the 45-yard line. This is more or less upset week for real. I thought Halloween was over. All right, Havern calling the signals now with the ball on the 45. He rolls out to the left, looks, throws, and it is incomplete and right into the hands of Medics again. That's right. He's had the ball right in his hand. Well, it is brutally cold down there, and I've got to say again, this is a slippery football. We've had, throughout the afternoon, snow, a light snow. It melted as it came down. It did not stick, but that football has been slippery, then. The throw set with the 2 flankers, with 2 setbacks, and Havern going back to throw. He looks, he throws, and it is a comeback pattern, and it is completed on the 42 to Orgelat. Going to be a first down now for the Panthers, and they have the ball down on the 42-yard line of Notre Dame. The clock is moving again. They're going to mark it on the 43-yard line, so it'll be first down and 10 to go. About 12 yards on the play. First and 10. McCain is put out to the right. Orgelat is deployed to the left. 2 setbacks. Havern barks out the signal. Notre Dame with a 5-man defensive line. Havern is back to throw. He throws one incomplete. Led his receiver too much. Say if the holiday season sounds more swinging this year, that's because B.F. Goodrich and A&M Records are making a sound on their exciting new holiday record album, starring Herb Alford and the Tijuana Brass, and featuring some of today's most popular recording performers. The Baja Marimba Band, Sergio. Second down, time running, 20 seconds to go, and here's Havern back to throw. He left, he throws one deep, and it is out of the way. The last instant by Steve Watt, and here's for Orgelat. So a fine defensive play, and he batted it away, and so that'll bring up now fourth down situation with 15 seconds to go.
There was a great save by the young sophomore defensive halfback from Portland, Oregon, Steve Watt. He is 6'1", 190 pounds, and he just reached over and inside of the hands there, the receiver slapped the ball away.
Now here's the gun. It's all over. The final score is Notre Dame 56, Pittsburgh 7. In just a moment, we'll present the wrap-up of today's game.